Hey everyone, Share with Small Pets here. So I'm here today with a little bit of a different video. I belong to a couple different guinea pig groups on Facebook and that kind of thing. It's a great way to, meet people in your area that have similar interests as you. It's also a great way to share information. I joined them when I got interested in curly pigs because I knew absolutely nothing about their care, etc., etc. And since then, I've become really great friends with a lot of these folks. And the other day, it was brought up on one group that I'm in, the question of Hidey houses. So pro or against. And I thought this would be an excellent video for someone just getting into guinea pigs to kind of take a look, to have at their fingertips so they can form their own opinion and their own trial and error type idea. So I thought this could be my take on this debate. Before we get started, I'm just going to say I don't think there's a right answer. I think the argument can be made either way, and if it's done properly, then there's very valid points for either side. But this is just going to be Sherwood's take based on my personal experience. Hold on, there's Saffron being cute. Yeah. Anyhow, so this is going to be the Hidey debate. Okay, so first, before we get started, I feel like it's important to highlight the two sides. So there is the pro Hidey people who think that Hidey houses are necessary because, one, guinea pigs are prey animals, so it's always important for them to have somewhere to go if they feel threatened. Two, it's a good idea for them to have somewhere to go to get away from the other pig. Particularly, I find this has been a relevant point with male pairs, although there are lots of very territorial females. The other is simply for comfort. A lot of people say that, why shouldn't they have a comfortable place to sleep? And yeah. And then the against Heideys made some extremely valid points. One being their experience is that guinea pigs that have been given Hidey houses become far more timid and less interested in human contact. So those are the two, and if you want to have friendly guinea pigs, obviously that's something that you would be concerned with. So with that being said, let's get into my opinion. So for those of you who have seen any of my cages, like the butterfly theme we got going on today, I think you guys can safely guess which side of the Hidey argument I'm on. I'm just fixing this for you, babe. Just calm down. I'm very pro Hidey. There are things, though, that I would definitely say as little sidebars for getting into Heideys or before you buy any. So this would be a good tip for new cavy kids. And the first being there's so many different types, so you have to get to know your options that you have out there. So in here right now, I only have fleece ones. However, give me one quick second and I will, actually, what might be easier? 1 second. Okay, so now I'm here with Lilo, and in front of us, we have a bunch of the different styles of Heideys that I have and that I would highly recommend. And I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of each of them and why I would use them in different situations. This way, it'll give you a better understanding of what I'm talking about when I mention Heideys and what might be good for you. Okay, you want a model for me, babe? So the first kind I'll talk about is this one right here. This is a wooden one. Oh, she doesn't even want to go in there. Of course not. Why would she? So this is a wooden hut. It's a fairly large one. The one thing, I don't use this with my curly girls because the opening here is just a little too rough. I have a piece of fleece that I'm going to be putting around here, and I'm going to also be making, sawing the opening to be bigger before they get it. That's something you have to be very conscious with when it comes to wooden Heideys. Wooden Heideys are awesome. They're sturdy. They're very pretty. And you can, get a variety of different kinds, and you don't have to order them online all the time. However, you have to be conscious with the openings, the number of openings, and this one only has one. So you have to be careful if you have pigs that are either very timid or very territorial, as this can really backfire. You don't want a guinea pig getting cornered, ever. This also provides way too many opportunities to stay hidden. So if you've got a really timid guinea pig, I'm going to probably side on the against cozy's side on this and say this probably won't help your guinea pig get socialized. That being said, once they are, used to you and everything, then it won't be a problem. So if you've got long-haired pigs like mine, this type of hole, not good, because it'll catch their hair and it can pull it out. However, they do like it's good for their teeth because they often like to chew on it, as Lilo's doing right now. Going over to this kind here, she's in. This is a hoodie hut designed by Piggy Pop Shop. However, Pee-wee's Piggy Palace also makes her own version of them. These are my favorite. These are my all-time favorite cozy. I've said that before, and I'll say it again. This is a specially designed one she did for us. It's extra wide so the girls can hide in it together. The cool thing about these is it doesn't encourage hiding so much as it encourages just kind of sleeping. The way it's shaped out the side is that it's not, there's no hiding. They're out in the open the whole time, but they think they're being securely, secure against the rest of the world, which is great. So it supports you being able to have full access to your pig at all times, and it gives them the security that they need. So I really, really like, these are my favorite. Of all time, these are my favorite. I have the most of them. What are you doing? Huh? Yeah. Okay. And then right here, we have this open style, half cozy, half tunnel. Now, this one is by the Cozy Cavy. It's called her Cozy Cave. These are very popular. I only get mine used from Skinny Pigs 1 because I simply can't afford the shipping, but I love them. They're amazing. They're held up with boning in the front. However, so where are you going? But they're right opened in the back, as Lilo is showing you. So the cool thing is they can act as both like a snuggle sack and a tunnel. Hold on, come here. You want to show everybody? Yeah, just like that. This is Lilo's favorite bed. So this is great for if you've got slightly territorial pigs. It's also really, really good if you have guinea pigs that just like to lounge. My boys really like theirs because they can pass through. So if like Little John's deciding he's going to be a jerk, then Robin Hood can get away from him. However, it's also a great place to sleep because it's nice and packed in here. It's nice and cozy, and they feel really safe. But at the end of the day, it's still a huge wide opening, so it's not totally hiding, like shading them from the rest of like their world. The next one we have, thank you, Lilo. This is a cuddle cup. I would not classify this as a Hidey, as it's wide open. It's basically this without the cabana. I absolutely love cuddle cups, but my boys don't use them. My girls love them, but my boys won't touch them, so I don't classify these as a Hidey. However, this is a great option. I use these when we have pigs for the first week. That's all they get. They don't get covered stuff. They get open stuff where they can be comfortable, but they have to get kind of used to us. So that's what I am a big fan of. That's, I guess, another side point, is when you decide to give your pigs cozies is very important. If you time it right, it shouldn't really interrupt their social, abilities. So if they get cozies later on after they're more used to you already, you've got really bad bedhead from all these cozies, then it won't affect them. In fact, Gwen, she sleeps outside of cozies just as often as she sleeps in them. So I'll get some footage of that and put that in here. So the next one that Lilo's hopefully going to go into, this is a closed style cozy. This is called a Cavy Shack, but there are lots of different versions of them out there. This is one of my favorite cozies for the girls ever. However, I will not give this to my boys. The reason being, this is the opening. It's fairly large. However, there's only one exit. So if there's only one exit, that means there's an opportunity for cornering. My girls are not territorial whatsoever, so they can both go in here and they don't really care. However, my boys, if they were to ever go anywhere near this, there would be an instant fight and Robin Hood would be traumatized. So I'd never give these to my boys. But these are great for relaxed pigs. You can also get them in bunny size, so that's good for both girls. That's what I might do next time. And this is by Pee-wee's Piggy Palace, by the way. The next one that I'm going to show you, just toss it. This is called a piggy shoot, a cavy shoot, one of the two. This is also by Pee-wee's Piggy Palace, but right up there I've got 2 by Piggy Pop Shop and 1 by Squeak Dreams. All tunnels are, I find they're great for guinea pigs of any kind of personality because they can act as like a snuggle bed because they're really comfortable. Most of them have pads, but they also can just be like, you know, a simple, it can make going from their bed to the hay bag or to their food less stressful because they can just pass through and they think that they're, you know, in some kind of secret passageway and it's safe and secure. It's also got always has at least 2 openings. Piggy Pop Shop actually makes quite a few with 3 openings, which is awesome. So again, it stops pigs from cornering each other, especially if you get wide ones like this where they can turn around. I think that's excellent. So I highly recommend these for any type of pig. And then the last one that I'm going to talk about is this. Let me see, how am I going to show this off? So this is what we call a corner curtain. This one here is by Piggy Pop Shop. However, I also have them made by Pee-wee's Piggy Palace. You can't go wrong with either one. Valerie's Zoo also makes a really nice long one that's like a 2x1. I'm really excited to try that. Oh, Valerie's Zoo also makes her own version of these and they look phenomenal. They come even farther over. Very cool. But this, see, this is exactly what you like. So this you put in the corner of your cage and it acts as just literally just a curtain. So I put usually a cuddle cup in here and it just provides this idea of like a little jungle safe zone. They also like to run around the fleece, which is really funny to watch. But it's a really basic, like I've made these for myself. Well, not for myself, but my pigs. And I've never had, like, it's not a complicated type of thing, and it's not expensive either, which is great. So if you're trying to do a good cage on a budget, I really recommend these. But yeah, this style of cozy is fantastic for a lot, like for any type of pig, because there's multiple exits, nobody's getting trapped, and you can just flip them up. You can flip them up like this if you just want to have them have like the corner of the shade, so you know, gets better, you get better socialization and all that super fun stuff. So I'm going to put these, like, their stuff back in their cage, then I'll get some extra footage of, you know, I'll show you the difference. I'll show you them relaxing in cozies and out, because I think that's important, it's the balance. If they're consistently relying just on cozies, then maybe you need to socialize with your pig a little more, or maybe you just have a more timid pig. That's the thing, is every pig is really different. You have to know your guinea pigs. I guess that's the only thing I can ask you to take away from this, is you have to get to know your pigs. Like I said, there are cozies that I use for my girls that I wouldn't use for my boys, and cozies that I use for my boys that I don't bother with my girls. So it's all about finding that balance. And yeah, I hope this video was really helpful, or at least somewhat useful. And this has been Sherwood Small Pets, with Lilo as the main star today, because she's just being particularly hilarious, and Gwen, and of course the foster girls, wherever they may be. And yeah, we'll see you all real soon with the room tour and some really cool, exciting announcements. Okay, bye.